For your next assignment, you will be going over how to do hatching. The following video is going to show you how to do the different types of hatching, and then afterwards I'm going to show you the assignment that you must complete and then hand in.
Now, how do we do these diagonal lines? That's simply using hatching. So to get to the hatching, we're going to go up to the Home tab in the Draw panel, and we're looking for this button right here, Hatch. Once we get into that menu, you'll see that we have a lot of options between solid and angles, and there's all sorts of brick patterns and things we can pick. So I'm just using this basic one, the ANSI 31. Right, so I'll pick that one. And you'll have to play around with the scale a little bit. So it always defaults at 1. Well, what happens if I come over here and say pick points and hover? When something's at a very small scale, it'll look super, super tight. So if I click in there and just hit enter to end that hatching command, it looks solid. It doesn't look like this over here. So even if I get real close, you'll see that, okay, it actually is a hatching pattern. It's just really, really dense. So I'm going to click on that. And this time I'll come up to the scale and I'll try something like maybe 20 or 30. So I have 20. And I can close the hatch editor, and that looks much better. So we see that to get into unique shapes like this, we can do pick points. So I'm going to grab that hatch, use pick points, and if you hover over, you'll see that it allows you to go into different unique closed areas. So that works really well for doing something like this triangle right here, and I'll change that to 20 again. And I could also do this exterior part of the circle to match. So if I do that and hit enter, I'd like you to notice something. When I come over here, if I click on that initial hatch I did, it's its own unique object. I'll hit escape. And now you'll see this triangle and this circle are together as an object. And that's because I did the hatch at the same time. So it's just something to keep in mind. Okay, so to do this final one, we have the hatch going all the way across the drawing. Okay, so the previous ones I did hatch, picked my pattern, and I had used pick points, right? Well, you'll notice that if you try to go in and do that, it's just going to keep moving your hatch around, and it's very frustrating. What you need to do is the select, and that will allow you to select any given shape. I need to get out of there for a second. Select, and there you go. So now it goes all the way over this other geometry. So I'll hit enter, and now you'll see that we have the same basic drawing that we started with.
Now, after you're done watching the video, you're going to try and practice your hatching command. You are going to be completing assignment 7. So what you want to do first is open up your workspace, the one that has your title box on it, and you want to start doing this assignment right here. I'm not going to be giving you a handout. All you have to do is pause this video. You can reference this because there's not a lot of detailed drawing on here that you really need to look at. The only thing that you need to know is where your starting point is for the rectangle, how wide the rectangles are, and the offsets on the two inner rectangles. From there, the actual styling of the hatching, I do not care about. So, after you watch this video, complete this assignment, save it as assignment 7/hatching, print it out, and then hand it in for grading.